let's get right to a couple of dog poems here before we get any further. These are two poems spoken in the voice of dogs, or you can imagine actually written by dogs if you like. And this one, a dog is the dog is contemplating one of the facts of dog ownership. Although ownership always struck me as an insufficient word to describe that relationship. It's sort of a co-ownership, and it's called "A Dog on His Master." As young as I look, I am growing older faster than he. 7-to-1 is the ratio they tend to say. Whatever the number, I will pass him one day and take the lead, the way I do on our walks in the woods. And if this ever manages to cross his mind, it would be the sweetest shadow I have ever cast on snow or grass. Now, you made a little sound there. I don't think there's a word for it, but that's the problem with writing about. I mean, I sometimes tell students in poetry workshops, that I said, why don't you have a dog come into the poem? I mean, it would just be a relief from the self-absorption for a few minutes. And dogs just tend to cheer things up. But the danger is that any poem about a house pet can get extremely sentimental and produce that sound. So here, the little task I set out for myself was to write a poem about a dog that would not make you make that sound. So it's called The Revenant. It's a little longer than that poem, but not much. The Revenant. I am the dog you put to sleep, as you like to call the needle of oblivion. Come back to tell you this simple thing: I never liked you. When I licked your face, I thought of biting off your nose. When I watched you toweling yourself dry, I wanted to leap and unman you with a snap. I resented the way you moved, your lack of animal grace, the way you would sit in a chair to eat, a napkin in your lap, a knife in your hand. I would have run away, but I was too weak, a trick you taught me while I was learning to sit and heel, and greatest of insults, shake hands without a hand. I admit the sight of the leash would excite me, but only because it meant I was about to smell things you had never touched. You do not want to believe this, but I have no reason to lie. I hated the car, hated the rubber toys, disliked your friends, and worse, your relatives. The jingling of my tags drove me mad. You always scratched me in the wrong place. All I ever wanted from you was water and food in my metal bowls. While you slept, I watched you breathe as the moon rose in the sky. It took all of my strength not to raise my head and howl. Now, I am free of the collar, free of the yellow raincoat, monogrammed sweater, the absurdity of your lawn. And that is all you need to know about this place, except what you already supposed, and are glad it did not happen sooner, that everyone here can read and write. The dogs in poetry, the cats and all the others in prose.